guys, and welcome to another live stream. Today we're gonna make a picture of Hawkeye. It's the from the Avengers movie. It's the last guy that I'm missing to sort of complete the whole section of Avengers characters. So gotta do Hawkeye. So yeah, let's do it. Just getting it ready here, like that. It's not the most complicated picture in the world, but sometimes I think the simpler pictures, or the simple pictures, are actually, there's something cool about the simplified pictures as well sometimes, and not always having to do so detailed pictures. So yeah. This is the last one that we're gonna do before I try to sell some pictures on Saturday. So I might do a little bit of live streaming at the market. We'll see. Just showing you the start of the picture. I put this on top of another pictures that I'm not gonna do of Blanca from Street Fighter. I just figured out maybe I'll do Street Fighter at a later date, but for now I think it's more important to do the Avengers, you know. Hello, Sorav. Beautiful work. Thank you, Samuel. It's a fairly simple one today. I usually do a lot more detailed work than this, but this is the last one of the Avengers. Hello, Mosty. So yeah, gotta do Hawkeye as well. You're scroll sawing? Yeah, I am. It's kind of what I'm doing all day and every day. Finally something interesting to watch. Oh, thank you. That's cool. Yeah. Yes, we've done all the other Avengers, like I said. Like, I usually do a lot of superhero stuff, you know, and I'm open to suggestions from people. Like, oh, you should make this movie or whatever. You know, we just made a really cool one of the movie Terminator. Turned out great. Very excited to see if that one sells. That's wicked. Thank you, Robert. We're getting close to picture number 100. This is like, I believe it's a picture number 93. And then we get to 100, we're gonna give one picture away from free. It's a pretty cool picture of Deadpool. Can you give us some backstory on the characters while you're working on them? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, it's Hawkeye from the Avengers. Superhero. The best way is really to check out the movies. I really enjoy superhero movies. And I guess Hawkeye is the character that has the least liked. But... you know, he adds something to the story. So, yeah, watch the Avengers movies. That's really the best suggestion. I am from Norway, by the way. Just wondering, who is the one you're doing? Hawkeye, yeah. On Saturday, we're gonna try to sell some pictures. 93 pictures were made online. On live on YouTube. 93. That's a lot of pictures. Not going to lie, it looked like Blade. Blade, ah, yeah. Yeah, the character Blade. Yeah, kind of looks like him. I can see it. By the way, we got to do that character. Blade is really cool. One of my favorite heroes from the 90s. I believe it's the 90s or early 2000s. But yeah. Thanks, Steve. Kind of see the face coming together. Hello, Lucas. Cool to see you. Oh shit. So yeah, the wood is MDF, so nothing crazy. I like to work with MDF because then I can sell the pictures for cheaper. What was yesterday? Not no stream. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna do it. It was basically just real life that came up, so that's why. I'm sorry about it. Sometimes it just happens. Yeah, you could pretty much do this in any material that you want to. I like to work with wood, but I also do sometimes make pictures in aluminium. And I'm having some plans to try to do something in plexiglass or something like that in the future. Oh, I'm having problems reading that. Personally, I think adding LED lights, yeah, LED lights is really cool. Making those shadow boxes, that's cool. I don't do that, but I've seen a lot of people do it. I like the simplicity of it, but that's of course it's really cool when people do that. I have done it before, but never on stream. I also have a project that I made off stream that I'm going to show you later on. It's just some I'm having a sorry. tongue twister. I'm having some ideas of stuff we could do in the future. It has to do with multi-layered pictures. So I've been trying out some stuff offline, but I'll show you guys that later. Thank you, Lucas. Yeah, now you can really start seeing him. That sounds interesting. Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna start simple, maybe just 2 layers first, and we'll see how far it goes. I really like putting glass, and again, I'll show you later. But yeah, this one is a fairly simple project compared to what we usually do on this stream. Like, we've done some extremely detailed work. Extremely. I think it's extreme. Your streams are really cool. Thank you. I think talking a lot more is probably more interesting for you guys. I used to just play music, but I'm trying to do a little bit more talking and explain what I'm doing and some of the things around the project. What is the most detailed picture you've made? Ooh, that is a good good question. Live on stream, I think maybe the one we just made of Terminator. I think that one is a lot of details on. But it's hard to tell. I've done some pretty big art projects as well, which I've not streamed, which are very detailed. And I used to make clocks. Those are very detailed. But yeah, now I just do pictures, because that's what I really like doing. Hello, Nanny. This one is a cakewalk today. It's we're just, you know, going through them. That's to me it's actually nice sometimes to just do something simple, you know, because I don't, sometimes I feel like I'm sitting like this, you know, so obsessed with what I'm doing. Like this time it's just, sometimes I just want to do something chill. What do you do when the pieces fall off? Do you restart over or just go back? If you mess up, you most likely just have to throw it away and start over. But if it's just a small piece, then maybe you could save the picture. But this is really very unforgiving. Like if you break off a piece, you're pretty much, you know, done. But it depends. By the way, if you want to get into woodworking, then scroll sawing is one of the most safest thing you can work with, because this blade is really thin, and when you get one starting saw, you know, you do have sort of a guard on it, so you can't really get to the blade. So it's a safe thing if you want to start doing woodwork, but you're a little bit unsure about, you know, the safety and everything. Worth trying out, and you can get the saws for fairly cheap now. They're not so expensive. Like this one is a very high-end professional thing, so that's expensive, but for just starting out you can get them fairly cheap now. Gonna fix that. Just smoothing the edges a little bit. Sometimes they get a little bit, you know, spiky. If you're from Norway, come to EHLE on Saturday. That'll be cool to meet people. So yeah, this is what we're working with. It's so satisfying to see the small pieces rip out. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's really rewarding for me as well. That's probably the wrong word, but yeah, I really like it when you like fly off. Not so fun when they hit you in the face, but you know. Kind of hard to talk over the saw because it's fairly loud, so I have to almost scream. That's why I don't talk while using the saw. Just fixing a little bit. You make it sound like we need a helmet for it. Well, I'll show you. When I scroll with aluminium, then I look ridiculous. I use that thing, but no, I just said it for fun. It's not dangerous. It's good. I mean, I've never hurt myself. Really, but when you work with metal, that's a whole different ball game, you know. You don't have to wear helmets and stuff like that if you don't want to. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It depends, really. Last small piece. And now we're only gonna have like these big ones left. So you kind of have the picture there. I'll show you some of the other pictures I've made at the end of the stream, because I got everything packed up for Saturday now. So not gonna stream tomorrow or anything, because I'm just gonna put everything in my truck and, you know, go to the market, and we might do some live streaming at the market. So yeah. At this point, I would usually change the blades because you're starting to hear it. It's a little bit more loud, and I have to push a lot harder on the blade. But I'm trying to save my blades sometimes, especially when doing pictures like this. So I think I'm just gonna take my time, and if it breaks, it breaks. But it depends on the skill, I guess. Yeah. I've been scrolling for 3.5 years, so nothing crazy, but I do it a lot. Yeah. Two more. Then we're gonna remove the tape and oil it and everything. But that process is fairly fast. Last one. And there we go. Hawkeye. And now for the tedious, a little bit boring part for you guys, but I have to get all this stuff off before I can continue sanding it down and oil it. This is just blue tape. Be a little bit careful around the face so I don't rip off any parts. I have done that before. I'm trying to work as fast as I can here to get it off for you guys, because I know it's tedious to watch this process. But yeah, luckily it's not so much to remove when you don't have the most details, or a lot of details. There we go. And there you have it. This is how it looks. Now I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll start sanding it down. I'll put on some music and, you know, we'll work fast. Sorry, that's me doing something wrong. So yeah, Hawkeye, the last Avengers, the last of the Avengers. Now we have made all of them. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's talk about some other projects that I did. This one, I made it as a test thing. So this is how I usually do. I usually put it in a glass thing, but it's sometimes a little bit harder for you to see it. So yeah, what this is basically a layered picture. Like I oiled this one, as you can see, and the other one is not oiled. So you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it has that sort of 3D sort of element to it. Don't know if you can see it too well. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we could start doing something like this. Like this is just a test. Of course we can do more detailed work and stuff, but I need to sort of figure out how I want to do it. Yeah, that's basically now. So I'm thinking, why only two? Sorry. Well, only 2 layers, because then I can keep the glass and I can keep a back plate, which is, you know, just more safe. So I think that's a cool idea. Again, it's not the most detailed, but it's an idea. Yeah, I'll show you some other pictures. Like, okay, this is kind of insane. Let me just fix something first. These are all the boxes that we made live on YouTube. So that's basically 93 pictures that we made live on YouTube. Yeah, maybe use some other polishing oils to change between the colors. Yeah, that's the problem when you work with MDF. That's a pain to figure out the whole oiling process, because it's like you have to use so much of it. But yeah. So yeah, but that's all the pictures that we're having. I can show you some of them if you want to. Okay. So we made Shrek, or the Shrek family. This one we made just the other day. The Red Guardian. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, this one. This one is probably one of my favorites. There's the Terminator one. The one that's really detailed. I think this one is really cool. Probably one of my favorite. I also really like this one. It's from the Lord of the Rings. The Balrog fighting with Gandalf. So yeah, that turned out pretty cool. This is just me showing off now. Yeah, Lagertha from the Vikings, if you've seen that show. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you everything. I can show you a couple of, like this one is an aluminium, as I talked about a little bit earlier. So yeah, this is a pain to make. That's we've only made 4 pictures in aluminium, and there's a reason for it. It's expensive, and it's a little bit more dangerous, and yeah, it's just not a fun process in many ways, because it just yeah, it's a pain. But it turns out cool. Yeah, same one. Maybe you guys know the game Halo? Yeah, it has that really flashy vibe to it. I don't know. I personally do like the wood more because I do feel like the depth is really what makes this this whole idea of handmade pictures a little bit more interesting. But I mean, it's cool to make all kinds of stuff. This one is very detailed. It's a turtle. This is Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This one turned out very detailed. Very happy with how this turned out. This whole thing here was a paint. There were a lot of details, a lot of work. So yeah, that's what we're gonna try to sell. I don't know if you saw this one, Splashby, but sort of another one that I've been making off stream. You gotta try adding some LED lights to them. It would make the 3D effect so much better. I agree with you, but if I do stuff like that, then I do have to put the price up, and I don't like that. I like to keep them fairly inexpensive. People don't have a lot of money to use on picture these days, so that's one of the reasons why I don't do that. But that it is a cool thing. Shadow boxes are very cool. I do agree with you, but it's not something that I'm personally going to do because, yeah, I'm trying to keep the price down. I can also show you some of the other pictures that we have lined up for future projects. Like we have the Hulk. I'm sorry for always showing you these pictures at the end, guys. I know you're sick of seeing them and not me working on them. Another picture of Spider-Man. Donatello, the last turtle. I'm not going to be able to do that one, and I'm wondering if we should do this one as well. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it because it's a little bit simplistic, but it's the main character from Thunderbolts. I just saw that movie, really cool, by the way. So yes, 1 hour stream today. It's not that long, I know, but I'm gonna use tomorrow to just pack up stuff, and then Saturday trying to sell pictures. Probably gonna put up the camera and have you guys be a part of it at some stage. But I might be streaming early in the morning or in the evening. Not entirely sure the time yet. I'll just have to jinx that and put the camera on. But I'm thinking regardless, what we do is that when we stream on Sunday or Monday, then I'll make something of a video that I can just show you guys live so you don't miss anything. Just sort of like highlights how it looked and talk a little bit about what worked and what didn't work and what didn't sell, you know, and if it was a failure and okay, we need to stop doing this because we didn't sell any pictures. That wouldn't be fun. Then I have 93 pictures you guys can have for free. No. 7 more for the 100. Yeah. Yes. I can go if you guys want me to, but I have to leave the room. I'll go and get the picture that we're going to give away for free if you guys want to see it. Sounds great, man. You're doing some cool stuff. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mosty. That's very nice of you to say. Cool. just cleaning up a little bit. Yeah, bring it out. Okay, I'll go get it. This one, we'll give this away when we get to 100. I'm very I might hate myself for this, because I don't know where you guys live, so I don't know how much it's gonna cost me to send this to your country, but we'll figure something out. The mighty Mjolnir, yeah. It is a cool picture. I really like it. So yeah, 7 pictures more, and we'll do a giveaway. If anyone has any good ideas of how to actually do that in chat, then me and Splashbee are both happy for any suggestions, because we've never done a giveaway before, and I am not entirely sure how to do it, but I will read up on it before then and try to figure out something. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for everyone who has been supporting and watching my streams up until this point. Saturday is the big day to see if we can actually sell some of these pictures that we made. I feel like you guys have contributed a lot to what pictures we're going to make. And you've made me a better scroller for sure, you know, coming here and want to up myself a lot and you know, make pictures that are more detailed, and even the aluminium stuff. I'd never done aluminium before starting to stream, so thank you to everyone who has interest in what I'm doing and wants to come, you know, bring some suggestions sometimes. You should probably do this and try this and stuff like that, because it does sort of keep me on my toes, so to speak. Imagine making other memes like the Deadpool one. Yep. We did make another one with the Star Wars. What was that? What did it say again? Stormpooper. that was a funny one. So, but yeah, we could do more humor. We could do more Disney. We're talking about now lately that when we start doing pictures after me trying to sell some stuff, that we're gonna try and make some scary stuff. You know, maybe like more Halloweeny stuff. You know, like Mark Myers, Halloween, Friday the 13th. So I'm working on some scary pictures as well. So we'll see what we'll do, but we'll do something cool. Again, guys, I'll see you Saturday in some aspects, and after that we'll have a stream where, you know, we'll talk a little bit about how it went, and I'll do some more scrolling. Thank you, guys. Have a lot of fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciated that. Bye bye.